Hey everyone, it's Shaun Proulx here, and as you can see, I'm with Luna DuBois, the eliminated queen from last night's Canada's Drag Race. Before we get going, I want you to know that this segment is sponsored by I Am Dot Health rather, a shining star in the health movement across Canada. I Am Dot Health is more than just a program; it's a national movement aimed at empowering everyone to take a bold step towards HIV testing, particularly our vulnerable and underserved communities. They're making it super easy as well by offering free HIV self-test kits through their website. The goal to crank up awareness and encourage everyone to get tested. Testing is the only way to truly know your HIV status, and knowing your status opens the door to a world of support, care, and treatment, all accessible through their website. IAM has been developed alongside community groups, mentors, leaders, advocates, and healthcare pros, many of whom are living with HIV and thriving. These inspiring individuals are dedicated to helping others navigate their health and wellness journeys. IAM.Health is evolving into a vibrant community hub where you can dive into personal stories and learn from blog posts from people with lived experience. These stories break down barriers, soothe fears, and inspire action, coming straight from the hearts of those on the front lines of our communities. Let's also give a shout out to the incredible support behind this initiative from the MAP Center for Urban Health Solutions at St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto. So everyone, make your way to iam.health. It's time to champion health and wellness for all and create a brighter, healthier future together. I could not agree more. And without further ado, let's welcome to the show Luna DuBois. Nice to
Hi.
see you.
Hi,
How
how
are
are
you?
you? I'm so good. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. I was disappointed that you left the show last night on
I was
Thursday.
too, but you know what? We we move, and it's what my cards had written for me, but it was too cut too short.
What do you mean your cards have written for you?
I don't know, it's just what the universe
What the
had
universe
planned.
wanted.
Yeah,
Right. It was a bitter pill, at least for me to swallow,
yeah,
that Melinda got saved and she didn't want to be there, but got
yeah,
saved anyway, and then won the whole damn thing in the
yeah,
end. And you
yeah.
got booted out because you wanted to be there. Did you have was it a challenge? Because you were speaking out saying, girl, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. How was
Absolutely.
that for
Like
you?
it was really annoying, and honestly, like watching it, I just like remember all the things and all the air was sucked out of the room when all
Mhm.
those things were going down.
Hard to
And
watch.
it was hard to watch and it was hard to experience. And I love her so dearly because she's an amazing person. But I was like, oh, as she said it, and I was like, so you don't have the fight in your name, is that what you're saying? And she was like, no, I don't. Like she was ready to go. And when she walked out, I fully thought she is walking out, she's not coming back. This is going to be the end of it.
Hmm.
And then we have people like Kiki saving her. And then the fight happened. Amy's going save Melinda. I was like, wait, hold on, what's going on? Let's hold on. Let's pump the brakes. N- Melinda wants to go. Let's keep that in mind. Let her go. Maybe this is too much for her. And as she said in episode one, she left her partner and she was going through a lot already. So I was like, you know what?
Yes.
Maybe this is not the right place for you at this time. And when she threw a fit, I was like, and then she got saved. It was like crazy. And then it was a double save. And then for me, after delivering an amazing lip sync, as I was
It
told by
was
Drew that watched
amazing.
it, I was like, if there was going to be a double save, I was like, that would have been nice to have this week because from what I saw, I don't think I was that bad in the challenge. You just came down to who did better and who did not. And I think I put up a good fight because Aurora is an amazing performer and I knew that it was not going to be easy. But we both served an amazing show and unfortunately I had to go. But you know what? As much as it pains me, I'm happy for the girls that are still in the competition and maybe it just wasn't my time and maybe another time I'll be back in your screens competing again.
You can rest with the knowledge, though, that you really do, as you reminded us all when you left the main stage, have the best assets of anyone on that show.
Definitely the best ass of the season for sure. Because when I on the first day I was like, oh wow, there's a lot of body queens, but one thing that they did not have on me was my assets.
Testify.
And it was
That
on
is some
display
nice
episode 1
assets.
and 5.
What didn't we get to see from you?
Honestly, just two gorgeous gowns. You saw everything. I just kept two gorgeous gowns I did not like get to wear. You're gonna get to see my finale when I, come back for the crowning. And yeah, I showed like the majority of my package. So I think that's why I handled it well, because I showed most of the drag that I brought there. So I'm content with that. And I got to make drag there from like the
Mhm.
design challenge. So I think I had a good one, to be honest. And
I think you should be
I
very proud of yourself.
I am, you know what? I am. It was unfortunate that I went home on my birthday.
Oh no.
But you know what? That I will always remember, because I'm not gonna take it as a bad thing, because this was like a monumental moment in my life. It was a milestone, like it was an achievement. So as much as I got sent home, like, I went home like, on a good note. Like it was not sad. It was annoying more than sad. You know what I
You went home
mean?
with your head held high. There was
Exactly. And
nothing
I
that
looked,
you
yeah, and I looked fucking amazing. So
with that asset.
yeah, and it's very rare when you see a queen go home on Snatch Game and like has like a great exit. Like it's either they really bombed and they really
Right.
bombed the lip sync and maybe just did not have the greatest runway. But the challenge was not too bad, to be honest. The lip sync was fantastic and I looked great. So I think it's a win-win. And I got to
I
show my butt.
I feel like Thursday's episode really showed us we know this intellectually, but we could see what a pressure cooker that environment really is. The way Melinda, for example, couldn't
Yeah.
control her emotions and her outburst, and
Yeah.
just the raw, intense demands on you. And I wonder what you learned about yourself from being in that pressure cooker.
I learned that I like under like in environments like that,
Hmm.
because for me, I'll start from here. For me, like when I got there, like some of the girls knew each other, they had friends. I knew everyone. I knew of some people, but I didn't have like close friends. So it was a little bit of a rough start for me to like, balance myself in the competition. I think that's why I had like a little bit of a rough moment in episode 2 where I had to work with other people, because I did not have that rapport with them
Yes.
to be able to like,
Do you like working
do
with other
something like
people?
uh,
Do you like working with other
I
people?
like working with people, but I think for things like that, when it comes to like comedy, like I need to
Right.
just to throw banter, because my kind of comedy, like the kind of things that I find humorous, that is different for other people. Like
You're
I can
dry.
be I can be dry, and like my friends, like if I had like a friend of mine there, it would have been like easy and bouncing
Hmm.
up. But it was just different personalities, and it threw me off a little bit. So I think what I took from there is that if I ever do this again, to prepare myself for like more improv, and like maybe take some classes and not
Hmm.
rely on my type of humor, because that may not always translate with other people, with different groups of people.
That
But
makes sense.
also I also learned that I
What?
I do not have the patience for people that like give up too easily. If
You
you
strike
don't
me as
want to
someone
be,
with very little patience,
yeah,
actually.
I might look like I do, but like internally, like I'm just like my nerves. And but like I think over the years, I've learned to like cool my temper and just persevere, because
Yes.
I'm an Aries. Not to throw astrology in there, I'm an Aries. I can be very impatient and very impulsive, but on the show I was like probably a bit more calm, cool, and collected, unless if someone poked at me. But yeah.
I only call you impatient because I recognize it in myself. I'm a Leo, and so
Oh
fire
yes.
signs don't have a lot of patience
No,
often.
I don't have time for bullshit.
No,
And
no,
I'm
and
and I'm,
especially
and
the
I'm
small
also
niggly
very,
stuff.
yeah, it's always the tiny
It's the
things
tiny
that, yeah,
things.
yeah,
Yeah. You said something really interesting to us. You said you were representing Toronto, you were representing Nigeria, and you were representing
yes,
yourself. And I know that a lot of queens in the history of the Drag Race franchise have often
yeah,
talked about representing their hometown or where they're from, where they're living now. And to me, that always strikes me as an enormous amount of pressure to put on yourself. It's one thing to represent yourself that's always, we do that all day, every day, all of us.
Yeah.
But when you start representing a city and then your home country, that's an awful lot of pressure. And I wonder if you thought about it that way, like maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Well,
Toronto's very proud of you. I'm
thank
sitting in
you.
Toronto right now in the village
Oh,
talking to
thank
you, and we're
you.
very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
You did us very well, but I don't think it's necessarily expected that you turn it out on behalf of Toronto. You turn it out on behalf of yourself.
Absolutely. That's why, like, when I left, like, I was happy to represent Nigeria, Toronto, and most importantly, myself. That's what, like, is key because at the end of the day, it's my drag. And quite frankly, I don't owe anyone anything. If I was
No,
the if I was to be booted up first, that was my journey and no one else's. I just live in the city. I was not born here. I may have the passport, but I'm an immigrant and I'm an artist and I do my art for myself and for like people that enjoy my art. But in a competition session like that, like we're going there to win money. So and when you may win that money, you're not coming back to distribute it to the city of Toronto.
you pointed
It's
that out like a few times in the series that, and I think your head was in the right place. That you're
yeah,
this is not Canada's friendship race.
yeah,
It's drag race, and it's a competition, and there's money at stake. And I admired that you had your eye on the prize, blinders on, the whole time.
yeah. And all the time, like, I was like, and it's so crazy because seeing myself on TV and like seeing some comments, people like I saw some people say things like, "Oh, does she want to be there?" I'm like, no, I naturally I'm a calm, cool, and collected person, and I'm just focused. And I might have some bumps along the way, but I want to be there just as much as anyone else. It's unfortunate I didn't win anything, not even a mini challenge, but it's fun. I made my mark, and I think I made some iconic TV moments, and a lot of sound bites, a lot of
A
memes,
lot.
lots of reaction things, and lots of things for lots of material for people to like, use when they're texting or on social media. So I'm content with that.
You suffer no fools. That's why you're going to be a good meme. What kind of queen were you when you entered the race, and what kind of queen are you now?
When I entered the race, I think I thought that I had it all figured out, but no,
Mm.
because when you enter the race, you never know what to expect. And people tell you this, you never know what to expect, just going with like, open arms. And I think I kind of did that, but I did not expect the twist. And I never thought for once that Canada would do something so crazy like that because we've seen all the crazy twists in the US seasons and whatnot. But I didn't think that it would like something like that would happen for Canada, like for such an early season. Like it was only the fourth season. Like we're not even close to 10 yet. So that was not expected. So I think that really threw me off my game a little bit. But in the end, I was able to find my footing. Like, I was safe the past 2 weeks and I thought I was on a good trajectory and I knew Snatch Game was coming. And I told myself, if you don't do well in Snatch Game, this is the one that you have to make sure that you keep yourself here. But
Hmm.
alas, that didn't happen. But
Alas, like you said, the cards.
yeah.
So people can get to know you a little bit better outside of Drag Race, you use your voice to represent the underrepresented in Toronto. You work with BIPOC performers to make sure they're treated fairly. Talk to us a little bit about that.
I have done some activism here in our community here in Toronto. I think it was especially during COVID. I don't know if you heard of the time where, like, certain spaces were not being very accommodating to, like, performers of color. And it just started from a messy Facebook post that I made because I was just talking a whole lot of shit and it turned into a whole movement. I started a petition for, like, change to happen, and it had over 2,500 signatures and lots of people around the community, like, gathered and, like, rallied to support, like, this movement. And things are changing, things are better now. They're not the best, but it's just life. But yeah. And I've always, like, since that moment, I've always like made it to be a part of my drag to, like, stand up for people that don't have a voice, whether they're black, brown, trans, non-binary, people that are underrepresented and people that are usually looked over in the community. So yeah, as much as my drag is all fun and sexy and fashion, I like to use my platform to, like, uplift people and use my voice to protect people when I can use it to do that.
That's really commendable. You are an intriguing queen and one to
Yeah.
watch. And I want to say congratulations on your
Thank you so
run.
much.
And I wish you nothing but joy and much success in the coming months and years. Thank you so
Of
much, Luna
course.
Dubois.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You look like $1 million bill.
Thank you.
Be sure to check out Health.
I sure will, and and you guys be sure to check it out too.
Thank you, Luna.
Bye.
That was great.
Amazing. Thank you. I
You're
think
doing a
that's
bunch of this
all.
today.
Oh my God. Till 4:30 p.m. I'm not ready.
You are ready. You look ready.
Thank you. Hanging in
Okay,
there.
go
All right.
for it. And I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.